Boeing has formally reactivated one of its 777X jets after this unit actually spent 3 years and 4 months on the ground. Cited by B777X lovers on X, formerly known as Twitter, the test aircraft was first produced 4.6 years ago and formed an integral part of the initial work conducted towards certification. However, the aircraft, which is registered as N779XZ, completed its last flight, believe it or not, 3 years ago, more than actually, on Thursday the 18th of November 2021 between Seattle and Everett. Following this flight, the aircraft has been parked and not airborne, but that is expected to change, as this plane, which is eventually destined for Lufthansa, is scheduled to begin test flights sooner rather than later. The reactivation of this unit aligns with a necessary period for the American plane maker, as they continue to push towards achieving certification on this upcoming long-haul jet by 2026. Boeing was forced to, you may recall, publicly delay the 777X's launch from 2025 to 2026 after internal realizations were made that progress was not moving in the right direction. The delay frustrated airline customers, who also then had to postpone their expectations for when the plane would be delivered. Some even doubted whether the manufacturer could stick to current timeframes. Emirates forecasts that their first delivery of the 777X will come in 2027 and has not been afraid to publicly say that if this isn't possible, a 2028 delivery timeframe would be the more likely option. Not just 8 years later than what was initially scheduled, but also 3 years after what was the most recent timeframe of launch targeted. Boeing has not been aided by the 2024 confirmation that we received that saw test flights paused after a structural part mounted to a GE9X on the aircraft was said to have failed and therefore not be in satisfactory working order. A halt was required for the program to examine the other active test units, not the first suspension in the certification period. Therefore, it was a challenge internally for the plane maker to work through. In 2025, Boeing continues to work through certification with positive developments in late March. A positive step was really taken in the certification process, as the American manufacturer said it had officially begun key certification of the braking system for the upcoming 777X jet. The first reports of those brake testing emerged in the second week of March, when WH001 or N779XW arrived in Oklahoma on March 11. After touching down, the plane's performance under braking commenced, with various conditions required to ensure the plane's safety and reliability. Suppose the Federal Aviation Administration, or more commonly referred to as the FAA, can deem that the brakes are reliable, well, in that case, it'll represent another important step in the ongoing certification process of what has become one of the more scrutinized commercial airliners. Boeing in 2025 therefore must navigate everything it does smoothly and try to avoid, where possible, further hiccups in the testing process, as delays can very easily compound and cause the program further harm. Boeing can simply not afford that to continue happening. Keen to hear your take on another unit set to re-enter testing after a lengthy period on the sidelines. Thanks for watching, take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow for your next industry recap.
And we'll fly.